Honowitz ready, Rice ready. Let's do it here in Anaheim. First pitch fouled away, and we're underway.
And he also gives up the long ball. 9 home runs in those 53 2/3, and free passes, a lot of walks, almost 5 per 9. That's 27 in 53 innings.
And there's strike. Home plate umpires Austin Jones. The crew chief Bill Miller at first, Ben May at second, Roberto Ortiz is at third. Yankees have won 6 straight series. They're 13 of their last 17. And they're 12 games over 500, 32-20. The Angels are 25-27 after losing 2 straight to the Marlins yesterday and Saturday.
Yeah, before that they won 8 in a row, and they just played down, I think, to their competition. I was talking with Ron Washington earlier. A little bit disappointed in that last series.
Just got a piece. Check out the Angels defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers, Ward, Taylor, and Adele. They just signed Taylor, put him right in the lineup. And third base to first, Moncada, Neto, Newman, and Sean Noel. O'Hoppe behind the plate, Jorge Soler, the DH. Grounded, first base, Sean Noel. 1 down. So 1 down, that'll bring up Grisham. We do want to note today is Memorial Day. We hope that you've enjoyed your weekend with your family and friends, but the purpose of Memorial Day is to remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice and the families of those that sacrificed as well. We think of them and we thank them for the freedoms that we have today. That's what Memorial Day is all about. Pitch outside corner, and Grisham 0-1. Ballpark filling up on this Memorial Day evening. 0-2. Coming into today, the Yankees had a 6-game lead in the American League East, and that matches the biggest lead that they had at any time last season. That's a season where they went to the World Series.
Yeah, very, very mediocre. American League East, you have the Tigers, who have the best record in the American League. The West is probably a little bit better than the American League East this year.
Strike 3. Grisham down looking. All right, Jeff, it's time to work. The keys to the game brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, early pressure, you love to get some runs early for Yarborough. Neutralize the key at bats for the Angels. That's Ward, O'Hoppe, Neto. We feature those guys in the open and the bullpen. Get to the Angels bullpen. They are the worst in baseball at a 6.45 ERA.
Well, here's Aaron Judge. Right back up the middle. Newman there. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Angels and Kohanowitz. Yankees nothing. And the LA Angels coming to bat. Kohanowitz retires the Yankees in order in the top of the first. Now Yarborough will face this Angels starting lineup. Neto, Shonowell, and Moncada at the top. Then you've got Ward, Soler, and Ohapi in the middle. Joe Adell in right field. Chris Taylor just signed today. He's in center field. And batting ninth and playing second base, Kevin Newman, with Kohana making his first career start against the Yankees.
Well, the numbers on Yarbrough this year, he's been outstanding, and both as a reliever and a starter. This will be his fourth start of the year. Really good numbers. Well, let's check out the Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report on Ryan. He loves living on the edge. That's what he does best. He picks the corners. A lot of soft contact. You look at the fastball, the changeup, the sweeper, and the cutter, and he gives you 5. His last 2 outings, he's given you 5 innings, 5 solid innings. His last outing, 81 pitches as well.
So here's Neto. Already being talked up by his manager, Ron Washington, as an all-star. He feels that he should be strongly considered for that. Missed the first 3 weeks of the season after undergoing right shoulder surgery during the offseason, but he has come back strong. 24 years old, 3rd big league season. And Washington called him the best shortstop in the American League, but did admit that he's biased. Last year, 23 home runs and 30 steals.
Now, this is a team that doesn't have a whole lot of stolen bases either. They're 29th in baseball. Neto is a really good shortstop.
First round pick in 2022 out of Campbell University. 13th overall pick in the first round. Got to the big leagues in a hurry. Slice foul. Now you'll watch, he has a pretty big leg kick, Jeff, but with 2 strikes, he kind of eliminates it.
He does. He shortens up his swing, and he does go to right field. He is a pull hitter early in the count, but with 2 strikes, he'll shoot that ball to right.
Two and two on Neto. High fly ball, center field and deep. Grisham back, still back, track, wall, see ya. 1-0 Angels, a long home run for Neto.
Well, there's your table setter, number 9 on the year for Neto.
Here's Shonowell. Another youngster, 23 years old, 3rd big league season. High contact hitter, gets on base, low chase rate. That was Neto's 4th career leadoff home run.
That was on a 2-2 changeup, and it was elevated out over the plate. Usually Ryan gets that changeup down and away, and Neto knew it instantly. The ball flies here during the day. During batting practice, it just gets out. Once it gets a little darker, it doesn't fly as well, doesn't carry as well.
Well, that one carried, Jeff, 440 feet.
It did. There's see that changeup, and it's elevated. And Michael, you mentioned that he doesn't have a big leg kick with 2 strikes. Dead central, up on that turf, over the trees.
One and two. And the lefty deals. Chop foul. Check out the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Dominguez, Grisham, and Bellinger left to right in the outfield. Infield, Peraza, Volpe, Vivas, and Rice. That's third to first. Austin Wells behind the plate. The captain, Aaron Judge, is the DH.
It's a little more wind blowing out to center field, to left field. Usually you don't see that. Sometimes when you're on the mound, you can feel that wind come right at you. This is a mound that doesn't have the steep slope like a lot of stadiums, a lot of mounds do. So it seems like it's a little flatter. You really have to stay back to get the ball down. A lot of times with low mounds and it doesn't have that slope, the batter seems like they're really far away. And this is a really big backstop between home plate to the backstop.
The 2-2. Grounded to second. Vivas to Rice. One down. Let's check out the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 68 degrees. Chance of rain, there's no chance. Humidity 68%, not much wind, 7 miles per hour. Here's Moncada. Grounded to third, Peraza. 2 down. And that's going to bring up Taylor Ward. Actually a teammate in 2013 with Aaron Judge with Fresno State. Now the 225 might look low, but the first month he almost buried his season, but he has climbed out of it with a big May. First 37 games he hit 180. Last 17 games hitting 313. You can strike him out though. 27% of the time he goes down on strikes.
15 homers. That's third in the American League. He leads the team in RBIs.
One and two on Ward. Had a streak snapped yesterday of 10 games in a row with an extra base hit. Broke an Angel record. But they shut it down yesterday, the Marlins did. There's that strikeout we're talking about as Ward goes down swinging. But the Neto home run, his 4th leadoff home run of the year, gives the Angels a 1-0 lead.
This your bag, sir?
What gave it away?
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Hyundai. Test drive a new Hyundai today only at your local Hyundai dealer. By Tunnel to Towers, donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. By the New York Lottery, get out there and play. And by Optimum Fiber, get Optimum, the fastest fiber internet. Don't say slow for an answer. 1-0 Angels on the Neto home run. Jorge Soler will lead off in the bottom of the second against Yarbrough. Pitch outside 1-0. Soler has been on 5 teams in the last 5 years.
He's someone that really doesn't miss the fastball. You can get him with a lot of off speed. That sweeper, maybe cutters in, change-ups down and away.
Signed a 3-year, $42 million deal with the Giants last February, then was traded in July to Atlanta. And then on Halloween, traded to the Angels. Fouled right back here and under our booth. Last year with the Giants and the Braves, 21 home runs, 84 runs, 780 OPS.
He was the MVP in the World Series, wasn't he, with the Braves when they won it?
Yep, 2021.
Against Houston?
Yep. 3 home runs in 6 games to win World Series MVP. Yankees just saw 3 big crowds in Colorado, and this is a big crowd here at Angel Stadium. High pop-up on the right side. Rice puts it away. And that'll bring up Logan O'Hoppe, and we take a look at the Farzinga hitters scouting report.
Oh, crazy eights the last 8 games. 357, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. He has some really good power numbers. We talked about how one of the best offensive catchers in baseball. He's hit home runs 4 of the last 6 games. And he's really good behind the plate. He's got a quick pop time, good arm, good defensive catcher.
Local kid from Sayville, New York, 4th big league season. His 14 home runs are second among MLB catchers to Cal Raleigh's 17. They've been hot of late, Jeff. Last 9 games, 12 of 33, but also a guy who strikes out a lot. 33.3% strikeout rate.
Yeah, I was asking Ron Washington earlier today, say, how are you hitting O'Hoppe 6th? I mean, don't you think you should hit him up in top of the lineup? He goes, well, you look at the top of the lineup, I'm really having a hard time getting him up there, especially when Mike Trout is back. He's probably going to be back, I would say, in the Boston series. He'll miss this one.
This is the 24th game that Trout has missed because of a bone bruise in his left knee. Started the season in 29 games at 9 home runs, hitting just 179. Come almost an all or nothing guy at the plate.
Well, the Yankees just saw another good catcher. He put Wells, O'Hoppe, and Goodman for the Rockies.
Soft ground ball to Bibas. 2-way. We'll check out the injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the Yankees. We told you about the bruise in the left knee, expected to undergo base running drills during this series. Since 2021, he has missed 54.6% of Angel games. And that's bad for baseball. Forget about the Angels. You want your best players on the field, and he has been unable to stay on the field.
Right, he's won 3 MVPs, and over the last few years, he's been a non-factor. You really don't talk about him very much.
Here's Joe Adell. You know, very bluntly, he's been a disappointment. 10th overall pick in 2017 in the first round by the Angels, and just has never reached the heights they expected. He was a consensus top 10 prospect when he was first coming up. When you look at his numbers, 184. He has moments where you go, oh, there it is, and then he loses it. He started the season in center because they wanted to take some stress off of Trout's legs. They put Trout in right. But with Trout out, he's moved back to right. Be interesting to see what they do with Trout when he comes back, because they just signed Chris Taylor.
Right. You know, you could even say that about his defense, Adele, as well. I mean, he shows some spurts of greatness, whether it's in center field or right field, and then you just don't know. You watch him, and he's like, has he ever played the outfield before?
Count is full. And he worked the walk against Yarborough. And that's going to bring up Chris Taylor. He was released by the Dodgers last Sunday, signed with the Angels today. Kyron Paris, who got off to such a great start the first few weeks, then had a huge slump, he was sent down.
And you got to watch him. Peraza, the third baseman, is playing deep, and he's not a guy that's not afraid to lay it down. He does have pretty decent speed.
This was the final season of a 4-year, $60 million contract that he had signed with the Dodgers. Super utility guy, plays all around. And that's what he did with the Dodgers. I'll tell you why, you get released by the Dodgers and you go to the Angels, you only have to move.
Right. I wonder if they stayed in the same apartment.
Why not?
It's not that far.
Yankees will make that trip on Wednesday. They start a 3-game set against the Dodgers Friday night. Jeff Taylor has played over 1,000 career innings at 4 different positions: second, short, left, and center. And then he had 500 at third base. So he's all over the place, and he doesn't embarrass himself in any of them.
He's a really good athlete. He's a big part of some of those championships with the Dodgers.
Austin Jones, the home plate umpire, is considered neutral. Really not much to go by. Second big league season. Calls more high strikes, fewer low strikes on righty batters. One and two. One nothing Angels on the Neto leadoff home run in the first. Two and two.
Now the Angels are a team, they don't steal a whole lot of bases. Neto is about the only guy in this Angels lineup. He has 8. Adele over there at first, only 1 on the year.
Swing and a miss. Taylor down on strike. Second strikeout for Yarborough. Angels strand one, will go to the third. Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture is from Jose. Took his daughter to her first Yankees game last series in Colorado. Little one, first of many. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. That's the first pitch that wasn't a strike for Kohanowitz. 6 straight retired. Four ground ball outs out of the 6. 1 strikeout looking, 1 line out to second. That one's driven to left field. Ward will put it away, 1 down.
And a lot of fastballs. Between the 2-seamer and the 4-seamer, he throws almost 70% fastballs. About 95 to 97 on that heater. He's got a slider, change, and a sweeper.
Here's Bebas. He was 0 for 3 in the series in Colorado. Fly ball, left center. Taylor's there. Let's take a look at what Kohanowitz throws. His arsenal by StatCast 3D, Google Cloud.
A lot of sinkers there. You see the 47%, almost 70% between the fastball, the 2-seamer and the 4-seamer. The slider, changeup, sweeper. Now his off-speed has been getting hammered. The slider and the changeup this year, the slider at 444 average against the changeup 333. Might be one of those reasons why he's using that fastball a little bit more.
Yankees jumping on pitches early in the count. That one's way outside. 1-0. 3rd round pick by the Angels, 2019. Debut last year. And the 1.3 strikeout to walk ratio, lowest in the majors of the season.
It'll be interesting to see the Yankees that second time around the lineup. Will they be a little more patient, maybe try to work the count a little bit more? It's the first time they've seen Kohanowitz.
Right under our booth.
We're getting one. Maybe,
yeah, we're
maybe
pretty close
multiple.
here. Yeah. Swing and a miss. How about Kohanowitz? He retires the Yankees in order for the 3rd straight inning. Go to the bottom of the 3rd.
I just need that last video from you.
That's an awfully big file you got there. And big files, well, they don't download that fast. Rome wasn't built 2 minutes before class.
Oh, we're good. It's a Mac. We can just use AirDrop. You better get in there.
Whatever. Don't tell me what to do.
This your bag, sir?
What gave it away?
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
The next time, how about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough. Oh.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine requires...
Trash. And a pump top? It's gonna make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
You took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
Introducing AG1 Next Gen. The daily health drink backed by 4 rigorously designed clinical trials. Next Gen is clinically shown to increase healthy gut bacteria by over 10 times and to close common nutrient gaps. It's one drink for whole body health. The next generation of AG1 is here.
Marks Yogi Berra's 100th birthday, and the Yankees have a special giveaway to help commemorate it. On Friday, June 6th, the first 18,000 guests will receive a special Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead that recognizes his military service, courtesy of State Farm. Tickets are going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Angels' order against the Yankee lefty Ryan Yarbrough. Kevin Newman will start it off. Angels signed Newman during the offseason as insurance against Neto, because Neto underwent shoulder surgery, as you mentioned, and Newman and Tim Anderson split time at short until Neto came back. There's a strike. 1-1.
Newman's always been a really good defensive player in the middle infield, shortstop and second base. It's his bat that's kind of left him out as a regular player.
And back in 2019, Jeff, he hit 308, and that skill has seemingly gone away.
Right.
Foul back. And the 2-2. Well, since May 6th, the Angels lead Major League Baseball with 34 home runs. They have 78 on the season. But they have also struck out a lot. 27% strikeout rate. That's the worst in Major League Baseball. Strike three. Newman down looking. And that'll bring up Neto. We take a look at his home run. The exit velocity presented by Spectrum. 106.1 off the bat, traveled 440 feet. Longest home run of his young career. And it's his fourth leadoff home run this month. Line drive right at B-Bus. Adam played beautifully. Hit it as hard as you could hit it, but two down.
Yeah, first pitch fastball. He hit the changeup out. And this was a first pitch fastball, just hit right back up the middle. Perfectly played.
Here's Shonowell. One and 0. Ron Washington had an odd moment about Shonowell on a radio interview last year. He said earlier in the year Shonowell wasn't playing in day games because he had trouble waking up in the daytime. And so I sat him down a couple of times in day games, and now he wakes up at the daytime.
Wakes up in what's like Dracula.
I do always wonder in spring training. I mean, they have guys report at 8 in the morning, and most of the games you play during the season are at night.
I know. They play a little more games at nighttime in spring. We only played one night game, and I think most of the players love night games a lot more. Once you get rid of spring training, you get used to waking up a little earlier, but once the season starts, you do sleep late. You're sleeping till 12, 1 o'clock. You're getting up, going to lunch, and then getting to the park around 3, 4 o'clock. Now they get here a lot earlier. So I wonder how late Shonowell was sleeping that he couldn't get up. Hitting the clubs till 5:30 in the morning.
Strike three, late call, but Austin Jones punches him out. That's the fourth strikeout for Yarborough. He retires the Angels in order. We're going to go to the fourth. Angels 1, Yankees nothing on Yes. Every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network's 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. There's Ben Rice, 9 up, 9 down for the Yankees against Kohanowitz. 0-1. See the "Let's Go Yankees" chant here in Anaheim, and the Angel fans trying to boo them down. 0-2. Looks like Rice is hurt, kind of limping around, called timeout. Might have fouled it off his foot.
Yeah, he hit that sweeper off his foot. There's that sweeper down and in. Ooh, right off the big toe, maybe that left toe.
The back leg, too.
Yeah.
One and two. Dell Technologies hard drives, and Ben Rice against righties, hitting .261, 7 home runs, 14 ribbies, an OPS of .892. And there's the Yankees' first base hit of the night. A single left center for Rice. First base runner, leading off the fourth with a single.
Well, the second time around the lineup, you were wondering if the Yankees were going to make some sort of adjustment, maybe work the count a little bit. This was a four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. There you see O'Hoppe. He wanted it in. Got out over the plate and up.
Here's Trent Grisham. He struck out looking in the first inning. Trent was 1 for 9 in the series in Colorado. Yankees lost the first game, then won the last 2. Colorado is yet to win a series this year. Yankees have won 6 straight series, and they've won 13 out of their last 17 games. Hit sharply, a base hit up the middle for Grisham. Rice turns second. He's going to stop right there as Taylor flips it into Neto. Back-to-back singles to open up the fourth for the Yanks. Cooking up something special with Hexclad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. Homegrown Yankees this year played a huge role in what they've done. 60% of the RBIs, almost 60 of the team's run, almost 60 of the team's home runs, and 57.6% of the team's hits. That is a testament to their farm system. Judge takes inside.
Well, you need to develop well. If you're going to be a championship team, you need to develop within and then go add. I mean, that's something that we did in our years. I mean, you look at the homegrown with Jeter, Pettit, Rivera, Posada, Bernie.
Grounded and knocked down there by Moncada, but everybody is safe. He saved an extra base hit, but a single for Judge, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Well, all 3 hits this inning. The Yankees have been on that fastball, that two-seamer. There you see Moncada. He saved a run there, possibly 2. Nice job going to his right, just keeping that ball in front of him. Gets off the heel of his glove. No play.
So Barry Enright, the pitching coach, comes out and talks with Kohanowitz. This is the first trouble he's had. 9 up, 9 down over the first 3 innings. Then a single of Rice, single of Grisham, and now a single of Judge. And the Yankees have the bases loaded, nobody out, and Bellinger due up.
Well, your game plan, if you have a guy out on the mound that's throwing 70% fastballs, and his off speed's really not that great, and if it's getting hit that hard at over a 400 clip, you know you're going to see some fastballs, and just kind of have to wait for him to miss some locations, and that's exactly what he's done this inning.
Bellinger lined out to Newman at second in the second. Angels play back at short and second for the double play. In at the corners. 1-0. This season, Bellinger 4 for 5 with the bases loaded. He has 1 grand slam and 11 ribbies. 2-0, no place to put the Yankee right fielder. Jason Dominguez on deck. Bellinger in his career has 9 grand slams. All right, so 3-0, do they give the green light?
No, you're taking one right here because you're going to see the same pitch if he's able to get it one over for a strike. So whether it's 3-0 or 3-1, you're going to see a fastball. Make him stay in trouble.
There's ball 4. That's an RBI for Bellinger. Rice coming down the third baseline. He'll touch home plate, and the game is tied at 1.
Kohanowicz went from 9 straight retiring to losing it.
There's Jason Dominguez. Chased a breaking ball, a little bit up in the zone, 0-1. Trying for the grand slam there. Angels have 3 lefties and 4 righties in the bullpen. Swings over the sinker, 1-2.
Well, it's a good 2-seam fastball down and away. The last couple sliders, you can see that nothing really special with the sweeper. Not a big break. You don't see a lot of vertical break on that. Stays up in the zone.
Just got a piece to stay alive. Way out in front. 3 straight singles and a walk, and the Yankees have tied the game.
Well, that was a big swing. You wonder if he just twisted that front foot. Oh, it hit off his front foot.
Swing and a miss. Dominguez down on strikes, 1 away. That sinker bedeviled him in that at bat.
Yeah, he helped him out with the first pitch slider. Nothing real special, but that 2-seamer down and away at 95 miles an hour. It's a good pitch. Yeah, Dominguez, he's pulling off the ball.
Here's Anthony Volpe. And a strike. Anthony with 6 home runs and 28 ribbies. Oh, 2.
I'd say this might be a good guy for Volpe. Volpe pulls off the ball as well. He doesn't cover the outer half that well, and when you have a guy like Kohanowicz that loves to throw that 2-seamer in, you're looking for a mistake here and have Volpe drive it somewhere.
Driven to center field and deep. Taylor back, still back. It's over his head, and 1 hop up against the wall. Grisham scores. Judge scores. Here comes Bellinger. He'll score. It's a bases clearing double by Volpe, and the Yankees lead 4-1.
Well, that's what you were looking for, a mistake. You know, this is a good matchup for Volpe, someone who likes the ball inside, and he pulls off the pitch inside. You watch where this fastball, Hoppy wanted it up. It was out over the plate, but not up enough. And the ball's carrying tonight out to center field. There you see Taylor. He had a decent jump on it. Hits off that wall, gets past him. That's an easy double. It's going to clear the bases.
Here's Austin Wells. And they chase Volpe back. Yankees have done the job with the bases loaded, Jeff, this year. Before that double, they were hitting .365. 5 homers and 64 ribbies. Volpe now with the bases loaded is 3 for 9 with 10 runs batted in.
Well, it's the first inning that Kohanowicz was throwing from the stretch. And everything that was hit has been mislocated.
Foul ball. So with the 3 ribbies, Volpe now has 31 runs batted in. Three and 1 on Wells. The 31 ribbies is tied for 10th in the American League. Popped up on the left side. Moncada gives it a look and makes the play. Two down. And that brings up Yorbi Vivas. One and 0. Vivas with a fly ball to center in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. And that plunks Vivas. He's going to take first.
That was a sweeper. Kohanowicz just hung on to this a little too long and he yanked it. He pulled it. It's right off of that front calf. Right above the guard, that shin guard.
That can't feel too great because that foot is planted when it gets hit. Nowhere to go. So that's going to bring up the 9th batter to the plate in this inning, Oswald Peraza. He struck out in the 3rd. 1st and 2nd, 2 men out. 1 and 0. "28 pitches this inning. That matches his total from the first 3 innings combined. One and 1. Volpe at second.
Find the gap. Finds the gap in left center field. Nice play by Bernie Williams.
In the rain last year, managed to go with the 300-plus average.
Hoppy. Now 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 4 runs in. Yankees lead 4-1. Top of the 4th inning here in Anaheim.
You know, those 31 RBIs from Volpe, it ties him with Mookie Betts for 3rd among shortstops and RBIs.
Swing and a miss. Peraza down on strikes. But the Yankees get the 4 runs. The big blow, the 2, the 3-run double by Volpe. Check out the leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. First time we're showing the AL East standings. Yankees have a 6-game lead in the loss column over the Rays. And the Rays are the only other team in the American League East over 500. And they're just 1 game over. My dad used to tell me growing up, Memorial Day is the time you look at the standings, because if you're in first place on Memorial Day, you got a pretty good chance. And that was before wild card, so Yankees have a pretty comfortable lead right now.
Do you? Yeah, I would agree with that. Do you think that's still the way now, even though the way they go through spring training, how you really don't see the at-bats, the innings by the pitchers? They almost use April as a second spring training.
I think it's even more so than in the old days because of the wild card. Because if you have a comfortable lead at Memorial Day, you almost have to think it's got to be a total collapse for you not to get one of the 3 wild card spots.
And the division is pretty weak right now.
Right. I think he's having trouble with his pitch comm. As he's fine.
I mean, you look at the Central again. I mean, you go and look at last year. You're thinking, okay, both Central divisions, the American League and National League, you're probably going to see 1 team. You saw 3 teams out of the American League Central, and it looks like it could be the same way this year.
High drive, left center. Grisham on the run, and he'll make the play on the warning track to retire Moncada. Hey, if you look at the way the East is right now, Jeff, you might not get a wild card out of these.
No, it may be 1 team. You're absolutely right. Get 1 team out of the West, and you'll see 3 again out of that Central.
And the way the Central's rolling, you could see the Central winner, and then the 3 wild cards might come out of the Central. But things change, obviously. There's a lot of season left. Pitch to Ward as a strike. Yankees lead 4-1. We're at the bottom of the 4th inning. Now, I asked Boone today. I know it's hard for a team to compare a team that went to the World Series last year, but the way this Yankee team has played, is it a possibility that this could be a better team than last year's team? He said, I don't want to say that. He said, but from what I've seen so far, we have the chance to be and do something special. He said, and at the end of the year, you can tell whether or not the team is better or not. But you look at this team, they don't have their ace. They don't have last year's Rookie of the Year. And, they've gotten off to a pretty great start.
Well, this has been a blessing here with Yarbrough coming out of the bullpen and doing what he's doing on the mound, being able to fill in for some injuries.
Ward down on strike, 2nd time tonight. 5th strikeout for Yarbrough.
Rodon has been excellent. Max Fried has been a Cy Young pitcher. And Will Warren has been a really big bright spot in that rotation.
Michael, you mentioned the fact that they're missing a Cy Young Award winner in Garrett Cole. He was actually at the ballpark today on the warning track talking to some guys. His family was here as well. He's healing nicely. Obviously a long road for him to get back. But Jeff, to your point, he mentioned this starting rotation and the pitching staff and what a great job they have done and how much he's enjoyed watching them so far this season.
So Lair skies out to Bellinger. A 1-2-3 inning for Yarbrough. We'll go to the 5th.
Baseball is getting personal with My Daily Story, powered by AI from Google Cloud. Now all your highlights are personally curated with AI, ensuring your teams and players are always in your lineup. Watch your My Daily Story now on the MLB app.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. The Kia X-Line Nightfall Collection.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Can I get that burger? It's not time yet. I'm just gonna grab that. Almost. Okay, we're good.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
It's game time at the arena. With an ultra-high-speed network and seamless Wi-Fi from Spectrum Business, the fan experience is a guaranteed win.
Well, fans, the Gotham Sports app is your home for streaming live Yankees games and so much more, and it's free with an eligible TV provider subscription. Download the Gotham Sports app now or visit gothamsports.com to get streaming. How about that fourth inning for Yarbrough? 8 pitches.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to throw up a zero, get these guys back out in the field. And Kohanowitz, he had a long inning, and he didn't have a whole lot of time to rest in that dugout.
Yarbrough, 62 total pitches, 41 strikes over 4 innings. Ben Rice will lead off. And again, he fouls one off his foot.
I think it was back foot again. This time it was a changeup.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little higher.
Yeah, ankle.
Covering the whole foot. You know, you were talking about this team, is it better than last? You know, I go back to 96, we win, and then 97 we lose. A little bitter taste in our mouth. And then you get back. Once you get to the World Series, you want to get back there. This team, they didn't play that well in last year's World Series against the Dodgers. Hopefully they come in spring training and now and have that bitter taste in their mouth. Want to get back and improve on what they didn't do well against the Dodgers. Do I think they're a better team? I do think they're a better team than last year.
And guys, they're a little incomplete right now too. There is some help that is potentially on the way. Jazz Chisholm Jr. expected to maybe play in some live games by the end of this week. Giancarlo Stanton is in Tampa right now. He's getting live at bats. Aaron Boone saying they're almost like sim games. Fernando Cruz, who had been so good to start the season, is expected to throw a bullpen on Wednesday. And Luis Gil, reigning American League Rookie of the Year, he is expected to throw off the mound for the first time on Friday. So guys moving in the right direction in that area. And Michael, decisions are going to have to be made, but good problems to have for the Yankees.
Yeah, about a month ago, Aaron Boone was asked, that one's hit deep to right center field. On the run is Adele. He's there, and in the gap he makes the play. And a month ago, Boone said, well, I haven't thought about that. You know, these things, you know, sometimes they work themselves out. I asked him the same question today. He said, yes, we have thought about it. Because they've got some
It's getting closer.
Issues. Because if it's 2 weeks from now that you get back Stanton, well, how does Rice get at bats?
Right.
So you're not going to platoon Stanton. Stanton has to play every day if he can.
He's going to DH.
And then Goldsmith's gotten off to such a great start. There's only a few starts you're going to give him at first, so it's going to be tough. Because right now you have 4 starting outfielders and 1 sitting all the time.
Exactly. And with Gil, you're probably looking with the last couple months, maybe beginning of August, end of July for him coming back, if he's just getting off the mound now.
Yeah, so take 6, like the beginning of spring training, take
right.
6 weeks from there. That one is chopped to second base. Newman gets Grisham. So when Boone said he was thinking about it, obviously the question, well, what are you thinking about? And of course he wouldn't say. Because Joe Torre used to always say, if you worry about this stuff, it usually always works itself out.
Right. I mean, you don't wish injury on anyone, and all of a sudden then you're substituting that guy's on rehab into that injured spot. You don't ever want to see that happen. But you're going to have Chisholm come back in a couple weeks. That's probably a little bit easier decision as far as making that move. But you're right, with Stanton coming in, you know, and Stanton's a guy that he's going to have to see regular time. I mean, you can't put him in 2-3 times a week and expect him to stay in some sort of rhythm.
I mean, maybe you ease him in for the first week or so, but you're right, Jeff. He needs to play
right.
6 times a week at least. Interesting issues. 2-0 on Judge. He's 1 for 2. Two and 1.
Now Judge thinking fastball, gets a sweeper down and away. It's a 2-0 count, a hitter's count.
Now 2-2.
When Kohanowitz keeps that two-seam fastball down, he's got a really good movement. It's when he elevates the fastball is when he gets hit. That was 95 down around the knees.
You know, the Angels, Jeff, are the only team in baseball that have used 5 starting pitchers. Just 5. The Yankees have used 7. The Dodgers have used 14.
Right, yeah. They've also thrown the most innings the Dodgers have out of anyone. And their bullpen has really been overused.
No break on that breaking ball, so Judge works a walk with 2 outs. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees, by your local tri-state Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. And by Bet365, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. There's Cody Bellinger walk with the bases loaded in the 4th inning, picked up his 32nd ribby. Hit sharply and a base hit to right center field. Judge, round second, he'll go to 3rd. Adele throws into Neto. It's a single for Bellinger, and the Yankees play in the corners with 2 outs.
Well, he hit it hard in the 1st inning to the second baseman. Nice level swing. You don't see that back shoulder dip. When that back shoulder dips, that's when he gets loopy and struggles. That was a good line drive, nice level swing. Solid base hit up the middle. Nice job by Aaron Judge. He sees that ball get towards right center field. He goes first to 3rd. See that right shoulder or that back shoulder, that left shoulder, as long as it stays level, that's when he gets on top of the baseball. When that starts dipping, that's when he gets in trouble.
Grounded to 2nd off the bat of Dominguez. Newman makes the play, and Kohanowitz works out of trouble. Yankees strand 2. Yes, it's the happiest place on earth, and the Yankees are leading 4-1, making it happier.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal, but you use the Car Gurus app. That's a price drop alert, so the deals come to you. Oops. Big deals right when you need them. Car Gurus. Download the app to find your best deal.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with SiriusXM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on SiriusXM.
Dan loves baseball. And Dan is about to love it even more because his friends just showed him how to make picks and win money on Underdog. Dan loves how easy it is to play on Underdog. He just picks higher or lower on his favorite players. And when he gets it right, Dan can win up to 1,000 times his money. Already a pro. That's so Dan. New customers sign up and deposit to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Introducing AG1 Next Gen. The daily health drink backed by 4 rigorously designed clinical trials. Next Gen is clinically shown to increase healthy gut bacteria by over 10 times and to close common nutrient gaps. It's one drink for whole body health. The next generation of AG1 is here.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning on the Audi scoreboard. Yankees lead 4-1. Logan O'Hoppe digs in to start off the bottom of the 5th against Ryan Yarbrough. Yarbrough has retired 7 in a row. That's what makes Yarbrough so difficult. That's 70 miles per hour. Major league hitters don't see a lot of 70 mile per hour pitches.
No, he comes from the little 3/4 angle. His fastball 87 to 88 miles an hour. And if you look at the percentage between the 4 pitches, when he's throwing them all for strikes, they're hard to sit on. I mean, the cutters, he's up at about 20-some%. Same with the sweeper, the fastball, the changeup. You really don't see a dominant pitch that he's using all the time. That's why you see a lot of weak contact.
He thought that was strike 3. Count 1 and 2.
He'll throw that four-seamer and the cutter a lot to right-handed hitters. And then he'll throw that changeup. This might be a time that he drops that changeup down and away after coming in.
You know, Yarborough, last couple of years, has been coming out of the bullpen. So last start, he threw over 80, and I think that's where Boone and company want to keep him. Right in the 80 pitch mark, maybe 85 to top it out. They're not going to let him go much more than that. So he's at 66 right now. 2-2. Count is full.
Well, you wonder with the lead, and especially how much the Yankees used the bullpen in yesterday's game after that almost 2-hour rain delay when Warren only gave you 4 because of the rain.
That's 6 strikeouts for Yarborough. The 6th Yankee strikeout brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local tri-state Audi dealer today.
That was an elevated changeup, but it works because once you're throwing the four-seamer inside and you have that hitter aware of the inside pitch, it opens up so much of that outer half.
Here's Joe Adell. Taps slowly. Charging is Bebas. He'll fire to first and off the glove of Rice. Too close, too hard. He couldn't react in time, and Adell reaches.
I think Bebas got caught in between thinking, oh, am I going to shovel past this and throw an underhand? And once he thought that Adell got down the line quickly, you watch him, he's thinking maybe I'll underhand this. No, I better go over top. And that's just way too close. You're absolutely right. And the reaction time, forget about it. That's a tough play for Rice.
They give him a base hit on this. Give him credit for hustling and making Bebas rush. Rice has had a painful day so far. 2 foul balls off the back foot. That ball off his glove.
That was like a hockey goalie right there, just trying to keep it out of the goal.
1-0 on Chris Taylor. First game as an Angel. Waved at that one. A 1-1. Must be an odd feeling for a guy playing on the defending world champions and then going to a team that's struggling to get over 500.
Well, he's slowly seen his time diminish as far as playing with the Dodgers and some of the additions that they've made. Pages, the center fielder, has been outstanding. Betts going back to shortstop.
Along with Meredith Moragovitz and Jeff Nelson, I'm Michael Kay. We thank you for spending part of your Memorial Day evening with us. We're at the bottom of the 5th inning. Yankees lead 4-1. High fly ball center field. Grisham. 2 outs. Now let's take a closer look at what Yarborough's done. We'll look at the pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, he adds and subtracts really well. There's that sweeper from the 3/4 angle, the changeup down and away to a righty. The cutter has been outstanding. You can spot that on the outside corner and also in on righties, and that opens up that changeup down and away. He's just a frustrating at bat. I can't imagine what the Angels are thinking or other opponents thinking after they face a guy like him. He's not overpowering. He just picks the corners, inside, outside, up, down. You go 0 for 4, you're probably going and saying, how did that happen?
High fly ball, left side. Volpe and the third baseman Peraza can't make the play. It's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. Adele crosses home plate. Thought it landed fair. It did not. So it fell in the perfect spot where Volpe couldn't get it and Peraza couldn't get it.
Well, it's a tough sky as well. You got to keep your eye on the ball, and you watch Peraza and also Volpe keeping their eye on the ball. Peraza probably had the best shot. Dominguez was too far away.
And that scored a no play.
Good thing nobody got hurt there.
Swing and a miss. 7th strikeout for Yarbrough. 5 strong innings. We go to the 6th. Yankees up by 3. Didn't have a strikeout today against the Blue Jays. First time that happened in his career. Seiya Suzuki's having a great last 13 games. And Michael King placed on the 15-day IL with shoulder inflammation. From what I read, Jeff, he said he just slept wrong. And he woke up and his shoulder was bothering him.
The same issue maybe as Shonowell, who just can't get up. You know, that's something that I was... And I'm surprised more pitchers aren't the same way. They just don't sleep on their pitching arm. I don't think I ever slept on my pitching arm when I played.
But
ever.
Can you choose what side you sleep on?
So you sleep on the back or you sleep on your left. I never slept on my right side, just for that reason.
But I could start on one side. I'm going to hit each side 5-6 times during the night.
Yeah, but you just talk. You don't play. We're just. I felt.
No,
like,
but I mean, I'm just saying, choosing which side to sleep on.
Yeah,
don't you roll around in the night?
Yeah, but either back or left. I was always aware of where I was going.
So you're saying I just shouldn't talk in my sleep?
Yeah, don't talk in your sleep because then you would have to go on the IL.
Yes,
with sore vocal cords. No, I think more pitchers are the same way. I think they're really aware of what side to sleep on, and you don't want to sleep on the pitching side, on your pitching arm. Now it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
I don't pitch. I don't throw. I sleep all over the place now.
Meredith, you're going to get to the bottom of this tomorrow, I know.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start with you two.
Seriously. You're not aware what you
no,
like all
because
over the
I'm
place?
all over the place. I
Really?
I go back and forth, left side, right. Never on the back though. And never on the stomach.
That might be the key.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, go on the back and left side.
That one is chopped to third. Nice play on the short hop by Moncada, and he gets Volpe for the first out of the 6th.
Yeah, a real good play by Moncada coming in, getting this short hop, and he's got a really good arm over there at third. That's just one of those plays. It's probably 50-50 if you get it in that glove, and the strong throw across as Volpe runs well. Right off the front of the plate.
Wells swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Long run from Moncada, and he runs out of room. Wells is 0 for 2. One and one. I mean, you hope for Michael King's sake that it's not serious, because he's a free agent this year.
That's right.
And he's had a really good season.
He does. He has really good stuff. I always loved watching him when he was with the Yankees.
2-1. Boy, this is a big crowd at Angel Stadium. I'd say it's very close to a sellout. Place is jammed for Monday evening. Grounded sharply to Newman. 2 down.
Well, the Yankees travel well, and it's probably, you know, when the schedule is a little more balanced, you would come out here twice. Now you're only coming out to California one time here in Anaheim playing the Angels.
You know, scheduling quirk, Jeff. The Yankees get both of their West Coast trips out after May. They don't have to come west again.
They go to Texas in August, and that's it.
Vivas grounds it foul.
That's a huge luxury. Not being able to travel out west. Texas is the furthest.
And in a lot of your championship years, you guys open up on the West Coast. I think he did that in
Seemed
98.
like every year, yeah. Yeah, 98 we were 0-4. I think we were 1-4 to start.
1-4, yep. Big team meeting.
Exactly. Oh my.
Torrey's job was almost in trouble.
I think we got swept here and then went to Oakland and lost the first game and then finally won in our 5th game.
And you went on to win 114.
Right.
Grounded, first base, Shonowell takes it himself. 3 ground balls for Kohanowitz as he is bounced nicely back after that 4-run 4th inning. These Old Spice fresh stats. Exit velocity against Ryan Yarbrough, 83.2 miles per hour. That leads the American League this season. So he doesn't throw that hard, and they don't hit it that hard.
No, and when you're controlling the 4 pitches and you're hitting the corners, he's only walked 1. So he's controlling that. That was a big sweeper there, down and in. Then he can go away. He can throw the cutter inside. He lives off the edges. So it was a lot of weak contact. And if you're a hitter, you're basically flipping a coin of what he's going to throw to try to swing at something.
Right field coming on Bellinger. He makes the play to retire Neto.
Well, Bellinger's going to play shallow with Neto. Neto has a lot of power to the opposite or to the pull side. So you're going to try to take away that base hit. So good jump by Bellinger. It's a huge outing for Yarbrough. I was talking about that outing or that game yesterday. The bullpen had to get 5 innings because of the rain delay. So a lot of your high leverage guys threw yesterday. So the deeper Yarbrough can give you or get, it's huge.
The old line, the best laid plans of mice and men. I mean, this was not the plan.
No.
To have Ryan Yarbrough in the rotation. He was pretty much a depth piece out of the bullpen. And look at where he is right now. The injuries to Heel, to Cole, to Stroman. And Ryan Yarbrough stepped up and he really had stopped the bleeding. And when injuries happen, that's the time for people to step up and claim their spot. I think Will Warren is doing that.
Right, and look at the addition to Max Fried. Cole goes down, you have an ace right there to step in. Yarbrough, he's a guy that I think with the Yankees knew that he could handle this because he's done it before. He's been the opener when he's with the Rays. He has started before as a full-time starter. He's pitched out of the bullpen. So by putting him in this rotation, it's just a matter of getting that pitch count up.
Well, he's at 84 pitches right now. That's his season high. Previous was 81. And Yerry De Los Santos up for the Yankees. Popped up. Shallow left. Peraza and Dominguez. And Dominguez makes the call on the catch. Let's check out the Allstate Good Hands replay.
Now off the front of the plate, and this is a real tough play for any infielder coming in trying to grab that shortstop, a short hop. And Moncada has a really strong arm.
And here is Moncada. 85 pitches for Yarbrough. Moncada's 0 for 2. 1-0. In all likelihood, this is his last batter. If he loses Moncada, they probably bring in De Los Santos to face Ward. 1-1. Chopped to third. Peraza across the body, fires, got him. Nice play by Peraza, good scoop by Rice, and an outstanding 6 innings for Ryan Yarbrough. Look at this play on the short hop backhand, and he shows a lot of arm, and he hops it over to Rice for the final out.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal. And you deserve something you love. Because it's where big life things happen. And little ones too. This is your car. And sometimes your office. Whoa, it's okay. We're good. And you're going big places. Wait, where are you going? At Car Gurus, we get it. As the #1 most visited car shopping site with the biggest selection of cars, we make sure your big deal is the best deal.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with SiriusXM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on SiriusXM.
Run up the score all season on Underdog. You can make picks and win money just by picking higher or lower on your favorite players. Get it right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. You can play in 35 states, including California, Georgia, Texas, and Missouri. So join the pack of over 7 million happy fans who've already signed up on Underdog. Sign up, deposit, and get up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Find your next vehicle at Beach Buick GMC, your Grand Strand volume leader, and buy Made in America. Get up to $14,000 off MSRP on a new 2025 GMC Sierra 1500. Lease a new 2025 Buick Envision Preferred for just $299 a month. That's about $10 a day. Or get up to $20,000 off MSRP on a new 2024.
Performance by Ryan Yarbrough. 88 pitches, 6 innings, just 1 run. The leadoff home run by Neto. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, just 2 hits. He was outstanding. Peraza leads off, and the first pitch is a strike. Teammates appreciate the performance by Yarbrough.
It was outstanding. That's his 4th start in a row that he's given up 2 runs or less, and he only gave up 1. That was on the first hitter of the game when Neto took him deep.
Kohanowitz still in there. And you know what? Other than the 4th inning, he has pitched pretty well.
I agree.
He just lost his, I don't know, his rhythm, his arm slot in the 4th inning, resulting in 4 runs. 1-2 on Peraza. The captain comes over and says, good job. 2 tall men. Tall guys stick together.
Like you and I.
The 2 of us, yeah. And Peraza goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. But the thing I don't understand with us, you're 2 inches taller than me. You're 6'6", I'm 6'4". But when we stand together, you're at least 5 or 6 inches taller. I don't get it.
Posture.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm losing height yet.
I would hope not.
Yeah, it's got to be posture. You're ramrod straight.
I mean, you talk a lot. You do your radio show. You're constantly sitting in a chair. That's probably one of the reasons.
It's tough to take. It really is. Yeah. And if you had hair, you'd be like 7 inches taller than me.
I could grow it, but I don't want.
You choose not to.
I choose not to.
We did dress the same today.
And we didn't even know. I saw your jacket when we were riding over here. I said, wow, it's pretty similar.
Rice. Newman's getting a lot of work. 2 away. That's 6 assists for Newman.
Well, he's got a nasty sinker, Kohanowitz, and when it's down, it looks like Ron Washington might be taking him out of the game. It's 92 pitches from Kohanowitz. 104 has been his max. He threw 99 his last outing. Ron Washington with that slow walk.
We always want to speed up the game. Well, we just saw Texas, right? And he takes forever to come out. Ron Washington takes forever. If you want to speed up the game, just signal, okay?
Well, they're already timing the bat boys. The bat boys have got to be rapido when it comes time to getting the bats to the hitters or the balls or whatever. Maybe the managers be a little quicker.
Well, long talk there, and now he finally takes the ball, so Washington will signal to the bullpen. Looks like he calls on a left-hander to face Grisham. Good performance by Kohanowitz. Well, we wanted to make sure that our viewers stayed up. So we named that Yankee to this point. It's brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. 1950 with the Yankees. Then in the Army, 50 to 52. Then back to the Yankees, 236 and 106. This is a 2. It should be a 1. I hope everybody out there gets this one. Jeffrey?
Yeah, I think I have it.
Well, we'll soon find out. Brock Burke takes over, and he will face Grisham. 2 outs, nobody on. Ron Washington has more words for Kohanowitz, who pitched pretty well, came into the game with an over 5 ERA, and he pitched to about that, but I thought he pitched well other than that 4th inning.
Yeah, he did. 6 2/3, 5 hits. He gave up those 4 runs all in the 4th. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. 92 pitches, 60 of those were strikes.
2-0 count on Grisham. And there's a strike. Numbers aren't great for Burke, but he does hold down left-handed batters. But if he loses Grisham, he's got to face Judge. Drill to right field. On the run is Adele, and he's going to make the play. Oh, did Grisham hit that hard? Right on the screws, but run down by Adele, and the Yankees go down in order, 1-2-3. The end of 6.5 innings of play, Yankees lead the Angels 4-1. We're going to stay right here on Memorial Day as they honor America here in Anaheim, California.
We ask that you please rise if able and kindly remove your caps. And now please join former NYPD officer and 9/11 survivor Daniel Rodriguez in singing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
Well, thank you, Chris and Jack. 4-5-0 for the Yanks, 1-2-0 for the Angels. Yarborough was excellent. Anthony Volpe with a bases loaded double in that 4-run fourth. Bohanowicz, 6 2/3 innings, and Zach Neto, the offense for the Angels, with a leadoff home run in the first inning. There's one happy little Yankee fan. All smiles. Most Yankee fans feeling that way right now as we head to the bottom of the seventh. New Yankee pitcher is Yerry De Los Santos. And there's the strike. Crowd of 43,626 here at the Big A. It's a sellout, the fourth sellout of the season.
Well, De Los Santos last pitched on Friday, a clean inning against the Rockies.
Right in on the hands popped up. Bebos is there. One away. Check out the bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Well, heavy usage yesterday, as Jeff mentioned, because of the rain delay. A lot of pitches for Weaver, Williams, Loizaga, and Leiter. They'd like to stay away from them. The bottom four, you can see them today.
Now that's why that outing from Yarborough was huge, giving you 6 innings at 88 pitches, 59 strikes. And again, just like he did against Texas, getting ahead of guys. 14 of the 21 batters that he's faced in first pitch strikes.
The 0-1. De Los Santos has pretty good stuff.
He does. He's a big guy too, so he really gets down that mound, really gets extended. 95, 96 on that fastball. Good sink too. He jammed.
Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, but he just walks away. Soler just walks away for out number 2. Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. We smartly put that coverage cam on Yarborough tonight.
Yeah, again, another outstanding outing. When you're throwing strikes with 4 pitches and you're mixing it up so well, the slider, the sweeper in, the changeup was really good away, just settling in that first inning and giving up really the leadoff home run to Neto. Another outstanding outing. You know, he's just been a blessing for the Yankees to be able to slide into that rotation. 88 pitches is a high this season. You know, it might be hard to take him out of that rotation if somebody gets healthy and comes back.
Connor Brogdon heating up for the Angels. Probably pitched the 8th. De Los Santos pounding the strike zone, and he retires 3 in a row with 2 strikeouts. Angels go down in order. De Los Santos strong. We go to the 8th.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal, and you deserve something you love. Because it's where big life things happen, and little ones too. This is your car, and sometimes your office. Oh, it's okay. We're good. And you're going big places. Wait, where are you going? At Car Gurus, we get it. As the #1 most visited car shopping site with the biggest selection of cars, we make sure your big deal is the best deal.
Underdog, you can make picks and win money by picking higher or lower on your favorite players all season. And you can win up to 1,000 times your money.
Sign up, deposit, and get up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Download Underdog today.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with SiriusXM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on SiriusXM.
Introducing AG1 Next Gen. The daily health drink backed by 4 rigorously designed clinical trials. Next Gen is clinically shown to increase healthy gut bacteria by over 10 times and to close common nutrient gaps. It's one drink for whole body health. The next generation of AG1 is here.
for the Optimum, don't take slow for an answer replay. There's no slow here.
No, watch Cody Bellinger. He has such great instincts. He knew this ball was getting over the center fielder, Taylor's head. He's scoring all the way from first. Instincts you just don't teach. Outstanding.
He really is some kind of athlete.
Is.
Plays several positions at a plus level and really can run. So Connor Brogdon, the new pitcher for the Angels. Last pitch yesterday. Numbers aren't great. He'll face Aaron Judge.
It features a fastball 95 to 97. His changeup's his pitch. That's the most used. He also will mix in a cutter.
Brogdon, 30 years old, 6 major league seasons, signed a minor league deal with the Angels in December, and was called up from AAA Salt Lake on May 6th. Last year, kind of a lost season for him. He was DFA'd by the Phillies after allowing 7 runs in 3 games. Then the Dodgers picked him up, but he pitched only once for them before he developed plantar fasciitis, and that ended his season.
He's someone that's always had a really good fastball, really good arm. And he's shown spurts of excellence out on the mound, but really cannot be consistent enough, or he couldn't be consistent enough with the Phillies. I remember him a lot when he was there. Always big time fastball, just really struggled with his command.
And another walk to Judge. So he has a single, 2 walks, and grounded out to second. Crowd doesn't like it. A lot of people here to see Judge hit.
A fast and reliable connection backed by a 100% U.S.-based workforce. So you get the best customer service experience possible. Spectrum.
There's Cody Bellinger. 1 for 2. A walk and an RBI. He walked with the bases loaded to pick up the ribby. There's a strike. Big cut. You know, the way he swings, you'd think there'd be a lot more swing and miss in his game. There's really not. He changes his approach with 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's cut down his leg kick a little bit as well. And we talked about the back shoulder dipping, and he's keeping it more level, especially in the month of May. He's really having a good month of May. And that's a pitch right there that you could beat him early. When in April you could beat him up there because of that dip in that shoulder and the big loopy swing. Right now, he's fouling that pitch off.
Hit sharply and through for a base hit. Judge will stop at second. Adell comes up throwing, and it's first and second for the Yankees. Nobody out. Second hit for Bellinger.
Well, change up down and away. Again, he's out in front, but he's able to serve it into right field. The hands stay back. So he's already fooled on that pitch, but the change up's up, so he's able to hit that just past the second baseman, Newman.
There's Jason Dominguez with Judge at second, Bellinger at first. 1-0. Yankees looking for more. They're up 4-1. Chopped to second. Newman. No play. He booted it in his haste to get the double play. Everybody safe. Bases loaded.
Well, Newman looked like he was thinking about shovel passing it with the glove. You watch when he comes in. He's been outstanding. A lot of assists today. Watch, he wanted to shovel pass this to second base with his glove. You got to catch it first, and he closed the glove before it got in there.
Pitching coach Barry Enright goes out to talk with Brogdon, settle him down. The bases are loaded, nobody out. That'll bring up Volpe. Last time he came up with the bases loaded, he cleared the bases with a double over the head of Taylor in center. And that play is the Audi Electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
You know, he got a fastball out over the middle of the plate, and I thought this was going to be a good matchup with Kohanowitz, who likes to come inside with the two-seamer. Right where Anthony Volpe likes it.
Infield is in. And Volpe swings and misses. We're in the 8th inning. Yankees lead 4-1, 4-6-0, leading 1-2-1. Volpe quietly has 31 runs batted in. He was 4 for 13 against the Rockies. That one just missed 2-1. Yankees average 5.69 runs per game. Only the Cubs average more at 6.06. So they are below their average at this point. 2-2.
With Brogdon, he has such a great changeup and really good command of that pitch. I'm a little surprised that his fastball command is so off. With a changeup, you have to stay back, and you figure, okay, you got to stay back on the fastball, but he just does not have command of that four-seamer.
Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes on the change.
That's what we're talking about. It's a good circle change. It's got a lot of breakdown. 95, 96 on the fastball, and that 83, 84 on the changeup.
There's Austin Wells. He is 0 for 3 tonight. High fly ball left field, deep. Ward back, makes the catch. Tagging is Judge. He'll score. Tagging Bellinger. He'll go to third. A sac fly for Wells. That's his 31st ribby, and the Yankees lead 5-1. The Judge gave a quick tutorial to your B-Boss, who's coming up now.
Well, if you're B-Boss, you pretty much have to look for that changeup and sit on it. He throws that more than anything else. He's not been able to control his fastball.
There's a change for a strike. One and one. Warner goes. Dominguez slides into second, but he'll head back to first. Ball was fouled off.
A lot of times with 2 outs, first and third situation, teams will usually allow that runner from first to get in there at second with a no throw.
Upstairs. 2-2.
For Bibas here, you're going to get a changeup. If it's down, you got to let it go. It's about bell tie. That's when you swing.
High fly ball, center field. Chris Taylor is there and puts it away for the final out. Yankees have the bases loaded, nobody out. They score 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The upcoming schedule brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. 2 more games against the Angels, both night games, both of them right here on Yes Thursday's an off day. Then the rematch of the World Series opponents, Yankees and the Dodgers. Unfortunately, we won't be there. Apple TV on Friday, Fox on Saturday, and ESPN2 on Sunday. Then back home, 3 against the Guardians, and then the Red Sox come to town. Bottom of the 8th inning, bottom of the order. Starting with Joe Adell. Foul back to the screen. Boy, would the Yankees like to get 3 innings out of De Los Santos, reset the bullpen?
Yeah, because I don't think Weaver would wind up coming to the game. And you see Jack Leiter, who pitched yesterday. That run in the 8th inning. Now it's not a safe situation, so good insurance run there from the Yankees.
But if De Los Santos gives them 3, that's a save for him.
Right, yes.
But that's the last thing on Boone's mind. Up the middle and through for a base hit. Hit it well. Grisham Fields will get the ball in. That breaks a string of 8 straight Angels retired.
And that just missed De Los Santos from hitting him in the backside. Watch out.
Now Blake comes out and talks with De Los Santos. You ever get scared out there? The ball comes by so fast.
You don't think about it, but
right.
You know, if you look at pitchers nowadays, they're always really falling off to one side or the other. Like De Los Santos really falls off to the first base side. A lot of that because they want to try to get as much on their fastball. We did the same thing, but we didn't fall off. We squared up a lot. If you look a lot like a Roger Clemens or a Pedro Martinez, a lot of pitchers, when they release the ball, they're squaring up. Greg Maddux, they're squaring up like a fielder. So you get a little bit more reaction time. But you never think about the ball coming back to you that hard. I remember Frank Thomas hit one, and I didn't even see it, and it smoked me right in the glove.
Wow.
And fell straight down. You just don't really think about it because it doesn't happen that often.
Here's Chris Taylor, 0 for 2 in his first game as an Angel. And there's a strike.
Pitchers never really get in good fielding position anymore. You know, a lot of them, when you see them stride, they land on their heel first, and that's when you see them spin off to one way, either third base side or the first base side.
1-1. I told you Mark Leiter Jr. is warming up for the Yankees, and Luis Rengifo is on deck as a pinch hitter for Newman. Two and one. Two. Grounded foul. Swing and a miss. Taylor down on strikes. One down.
3 strikeouts from De Los Santos. That's a nasty sinker inside. You watch how much this moves. 96.
So they announce Rengifo, a switch hitter, to pinch hit for Newman, and quickly out of the dugout is Aaron Boone. And he's going to call on Leiter, which would neutralize the lefty swinging Rengifo with the splitter. So that's coming up next.
Power is his inheritance, and he will not relinquish it.
Arrow sends it to deep right center. It's gone!
SandCloud chose the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card. It's a serious business card with unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. So they reinvested their cash back to help build their retail store. What's in your wallet?
Baseball is getting personal with My Daily Story, powered by AI from Google Cloud. Now all your highlights are personally curated with AI, ensuring your teams and players are always in your lineup. Watch your My Daily Story now on the MLB app.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus dipped strawberry cheesecake, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a
trade proposal.
Deal. Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu, because nothing says summer like baseball and Blizzard treats.
Now and then, you need to stop and smell the roses. Or the leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
It's time to name that Yankee. Here are the clues. The 236 gives it away, and the answer is Edward Charles Whitey Ford. Kid from Queens. Boy, he was something else. And back in those days, Casey Stengel matched him up against teams that he matched up best against. And then when Casey Stengel was relieved of his duties and Ralph Houghton became the manager, all of a sudden Whitey Ford had a 25-win season, could swing the ball every 4 or 5 days. But he was a special pitcher, and if you ever got a chance to know him, he was just a terrific guy. Always had a smile on his face.
Got to know him well. Old timers days.
Pretty good resume there. And he went to the Hall of Fame with his buddy, Mickey Mantle, in 1974. That one is slapped into left center field, a base hit. Moving to third is Adele. The throw smartly comes into second. So pinch hit single for Rengifo. First and third with one out for the Angels.
He gets aggressive on the first pitch fastball. Good move bringing Leiter in. Lefty's hitting 170 off of Leiter this year. That ball just stayed up.
4th hit for the Angels. That brings up Zach Neto. Adell's at third. Rengifo is at first. 1 man out. Yankees looking for the double play. Pitch inside.
Leiter threw an inning in the 3rd yesterday. No hits, no runs, 1 strikeout. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts.
First time the Angels have had 2 runners on in the same inning. Count 1-1. Aaron Boone was talking about Leiter today and said his fastball is so much more than it was last year. He said just overall his stuff is playing much higher than it did last season. Been a very effective pitcher for them.
Well, the confidence level is a lot bigger or better as well. You coming over to the Yankees last year from another team, trying to impress. Sometimes you struggle a little bit. Seems a lot more comfortable now.
Check the swing. 3-1 on Neto with Shonowell on deck. Neto does not cheat it on his swing in the count. 3-2. Hit his 9th home run of the year leading off the 1st inning.
You want to make a put it in play. You don't want to put him on and have the tying run come up. I would say throw a split here, but it's awful risky. You could walk him. I'd stay with that fastball.
Swing and a miss on the splitter. Neto down on strikes, 2 away.
He did. He went with it. That was a good pitch. It was the right time. It's just a matter of could you throw it for a strike and get a swing out of it. He did.
He's got a lot of guts on the mound.
He does, and that was a big pitch. That did take a lot of confidence right there, because you wind up walking him, and here comes the tying run.
Shonowell takes the curveball low and inside. 1-0. Shonowell's 0 for 3. Ground ball, Bebas. And Leiter works out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. Going to take this baby to the 9th inning. Yankees up by 4.
A great coach sees the whole field and is there to give advice and support. At New York Life, we know the power of having someone by your side. That's why we're proud to be the official financial guidance partner of Major League Baseball.
The key to a perfect family vacation? Separate rooms.
Put the love right on me.
Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
We hand chop everything every morning.
This is real.
Exactly. You'll know how real it is because of how it tastes.
Oh, Tommy! Inevitable!
And the Tigers have come all the way back.
Francisco Lindor wants it off for the Mets.
It is out of here!
Twins win! Twins win! Adolis Garcia with a walk-off home run!
Pre-game jitters. And
and an easy-to-use touchscreen
Hey Google, play my pregame playlist.
that you don't.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Untuckit. Find the perfect fit today at Untuckit.com or more than 80 stores worldwide. Reggie went from the Yankees, signed as a free agent with the Angels. And Dave Winfield traded from the Yankees to the Angels toward the end of his big long-term deal that he signed with New York. Hunter Strickland comes on. 2 2/3 innings this year, in limited duty, obviously.
Well, the Yankees are going to see a lot of off-speed from Strickland, slider, sweeper. Four-seamer 93 to 94. Didn't throw that as much as the off-speed.
Peraza takes a strike. So Strickland had a good year last year with the Angels, 3.31 ERA in 72 games, pitched a lot, signed a minor league deal with the Rangers in March, was released a few weeks ago and was immediately picked up by the Angels, who called him up last week. And he won the 2014 World Series with the Giants, won another one with the Nationals in 2019, but he was not on the World Series roster in that World Series. New catcher for the Angels, Travis d'Arnaud, takes over for O'Hoppe. And Rengifo stays in to play second. So Weaver's up. It is not a save situation with the Yankees up by 4. Fly ball into right center field. Long run. A nice catch by Taylor. 1 down.
Well, Taylor's a really good athlete. He can play everywhere. He's been playing the outfield for the last few years. He got a really good jump on that one. That was a slider down and away.
Strickland likes what he sees. Now back to the top of the order, and Ben Rice. We're in the 9th inning. Yankees lead 5-1. First game of this 3-game set. Closing in on midnight on the East Coast. We hope that you had a safe and lovely Memorial Day weekend. Which is the kind of the unofficial start of summer.
Right. Back to work tomorrow.
And you could wear white pants starting tomorrow.
Is that right?
Yep. After Memorial Day.
Make sure you don't sleep when you're pitching on. Does that really matter anymore? The white pants?
Well, I guess there are no rules anymore, but the old rule was you could wear white pants after Memorial Day and you have to stop it at Labor Day. John Sterling used to spit in the face of the rules.
Really?
He wore white pants whenever he wanted. And he rocked them when he did wear them.
Well, what would happen if, does anybody get paint thrown on them or whatever if you're wearing white pants?
No, but I mean, I think people of style will look down their nose at you.
Oh. That's if you really care what other people think.
Well, someone like me, I care tremendously what everybody thinks.
Now, tomorrow you're going to wear white pants?
I might break them out, yeah. I packed them as Rice goes down on strikes. Speaking of tomorrow, let's take a look at the Home Depot getting it done pitching matchup. Carlos Rodon, who has been dealing. He gets a start for the Yankees. Tyler Anderson has pitched well for the Angels. Our coverage begins 8:30 Eastern time on Yes, so be there with us. 80 strikeouts and 65 2/3 for that man, Carlos Rodon, who has really pitched like almost more than a number 2 starter, almost like an ace.
Yeah, he's been great. And with Anderson, they might as well go. The Yankees could look at the video from Yarbrough, because you're pretty much going to see the same guy on the other side as Ryan Yarbrough.
Big cut by Grisham. The count 1-2. Grisham's 1 for 4 today. Rice with his strikeout is 1 for 5, but a run scored. Grisham also has a run scored. On deck for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. We're in the top of the 9th. It's 5-1. High fly ball right field. Joe Adell is there. And Strickland retires the Yankees in order 1-2-3. Last licks coming up for the Angels. Will they do it against Luke Weaver? Sure looks that way. Yankees lead 5-1. Well, Wednesday night on Yes, host Gracie Cashman sits down with our very own Paul O'Neill for an inside look at the numbers that defined his career. Watch a new episode of The Story of My Number, presented by the New York Lottery, Wednesday at 7:30 on Yes and, of course, the Gotham Sports app. Luke Weaver takes over, his 5th appearance in the last 7 days. Gave up a home run yesterday, but he's 8 of 9 in saves. This is not a save situation. Helping him out defensively, the Yankees brought in Paul Goldschmidt to play first base, replacing Ben Rice. So here is Moncada to start against Weaver. Bottom of the 9th inning, Yankees up 5-1.
You a little surprised that Weaver's in?
A little
situation?
bit. Yeah, especially because he pitched yesterday. You kind of eliminate him for tomorrow then, because they don't like to pitch him 3 days in a row. In fact, when they pitched him 3 days in a row a series ago, that was the first time that Boone had used the pitcher 3 days in a row since Chapman.
Yeah, this is his 5th outing in the last 7 days. I know the Yankees want to win this opener. A little surprised here. He had a long inning yesterday.
Oh, 0-2 on Moncada. You see Weaver with 21 pitches yesterday. Devin Williams with 28. Loizaga 24. And Leiter 21, and came in and got 2 outs in the 8th. Weaver did have Friday and Saturday off. And the games that he pitched before that, Jeff, he didn't throw a lot of pitches.
Right.
It was one of those games he threw 2 pitches.
I think it was like 18 pitches in those 3 days that he pitched in a row total. But even though there's only 18 pitches, you're still getting up. As a former reliever, once you get up in the bullpen, it still feels, no matter how many pitches you throw in that inning, you still feel it.
Moncada broke his bat, so he goes back and gets one. It's a good-looking bat that Moncada pulled out of the rack. Shiny. Not a mark on it. Now there is one, but it results in a fly ball. Grisham. One away. There were some marks. Didn't look like it from up here. Hey fans, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Chris Sheeran and Jack Curry will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Here's Ward, pitch outside. One and one. Two one. Well, yesterday the Angels got shut out by the Marlins, and they managed just 3 hits. Tonight they have 4 hits and 1 run. And Ward works a walk. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Here's Jorge Soler. It'll be very interesting when Meredith asked Boone why go with Weaver here, because the Angels are not exactly an offensive juggernaut and you have a 4-run lead, but by using him today, that means you don't have him tomorrow. But then they do have Devin Williams tomorrow if they have to close. 2-0. Angels average 4.25 runs per game. That's 15th in baseball.
Yeah, especially the inning that he had yesterday. Got himself into a little trouble, gave up the home run. 21 pitches. You know, he struggled with his command a little bit, was able to wiggle out of it and get the win, or lock down the win.
Well, the infield comes out and surrounds him just to settle him down. A lot of his pitches are missing by a lot outside. So the count 2-0 on Soler. A lot of the crowd has thinned out, sellout crowd. The 2-0. 2-1. Ward leads off first, held there by Goldschmidt. There's a strike. High change. 2-2. And Weaver steps off. (5-1) Yankees, bottom of the ninth. Foul back here. Weaver at 14 pitches, 1 out into the bottom of the ninth. Travis d'Arnaud is on deck. Almost got him. Weaver has a great move for a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, you never think that he's going to go over there, especially up by 4. This gets back. They all use the back of that base. 18 inches.
And the count 3-2.
Now you can see mechanically he's just way off. And sometimes when he's throwing that changeup and it's elevated, he's dropping the elbow. That time that front shoulder flying open.
Fly ball. Grisham puts it away. Angels down to their final out. Here's d'Arnaud. He took over behind the plate. You wonder what happened to O'Hoppe, where d'Arnaud took over behind the plate. We'll find out, obviously.
Yeah, because O'Hoppe's a good defensive catcher. You wouldn't think that Ron Washington would be taking him out.
So this will be d'Arnaud's first at bat. O'Hoppe was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Runner goes. The throw to second. Nobody's covering. And Bibas keeps it from going into center field. So a stolen base for Ward.
That was maybe some miscommunication right there. A lot of times the catcher will go out and say, okay, who has the bag in case Ward decides to run. And with a right-handed hitter, it's usually the second baseman.
And a strike, 1-1. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth inning. Runner at second. Yankees up 5-1. The Angels only run the leadoff home run by Zach Neto. Yankees 5 runs on 6 hits. The Angels 1 run on 4 hits. Big blow for the Yankees. Bases loaded, bases clearing double by Anthony Volpe in the 4th inning. Foul back here over on Booth. And the Yankees are a strike away. That's tomorrow's starter, Carlos Rodon. What's left in the sellout crowd, many of them Yankee fans standing. Two and two. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Weaver at 20 pitches here in the bottom of the ninth. Ward inches off second. And the 2-2. Grounded left side, knocked down there by Peraza. Keeps it in the infield, keeping Ward at third, so a base hit for d'Arnaud. And it's first and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, not a bad play by Peraza. He did save a run. It just shoots out of his glove. He would have had to hurry up and make a strong throw to be able to get d'Arnaud at first. Looks like the Yankees have Williams getting up in the bullpen. And again, you wonder why Weaver was out there, and then because of the struggles, you're going to have to use, or you at least get Williams up and get him hot after he threw yesterday as well.
So if you have to end up going to Williams, Jeff, well, then you don't have Weaver or Williams for tomorrow to close the game. Now, he's just warming now, so you could probably use him tomorrow. Just because he got up doesn't mean that you burned him today.
Well, he had Leiter throw today. I mean, he threw yesterday an inning in the third.
Out.
So he's probably out tomorrow. He's a guy that probably could have eaten up the game, the rest of the game, and pitched the ninth. And De Los Santos just got in a little trouble, but he still had good stuff. He could have given you a little length.
So Matt Blake goes out and visits with Weaver, and now Joe Adell at the plate. Gets the fastball by him.
Yeah, that's the thing that sometimes fans don't understand, or people don't understand. Just because you don't get in the game and you're up and Williams is getting hot and getting ready to go, that's almost like an outing.
Adell 2 for 2 with a walk. Runners on the corners, 2 men out. Bottom of the ninth. He gets the call on the changeup for a strike. And again, the Angels down to their final strike. Weaver sets at the letters. This should do it. Popped up right side. Vivas makes the call. Vivas makes the catch. And the Yankees win 5-1 to start off this 3-game set.
An outstanding job by Ryan Braro. I mean, it was just Yarbrough. It was an outstanding 6 innings of 1-run ball. He gave up the leadoff home run to Neto. 7 punch-outs, 1 walk, 88 pitches, really picked up the bullpen, and then the big 4th inning, the big hit by Anthony Volpe, the bases clearing a double.
So the win goes to Yarbrough, who continues to pitch well as a starter. And as Jeff mentioned, 3 ribbies for Volpe, giving him 31 on the year. And the Yankees have won 3 of 4 on their longest trip of the year. 2 out of 3 in Colorado, the first one here in Anaheim. We'll be back.